What's going on, traders? It's your boy Matt, back at TradeDen with another trading recap video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what not to do when you're in the wrong trade. Unfortunately for me, today's a red day recap video. I'm down about $167, which is fine. I managed to keep my losses small. If you're going to give away, if it's going to be a red day, make sure it's small enough that you can recoup it in a day or two, right? And that's what I managed to do. But the crucial mistake that I made today was, I fat-fingered a trade, I got into a wrong trade, and when I was aware that I was in the wrong trade, I should have cut the loss straight away and reassess, go back in again, or completely avoid the trade. But instead, what I did was I kept fighting the trend. It was going up, I kept fighting it, and I added, which is a very, very huge no-no. Basically, this is the definition of adding into a losing trade. It wasn't planned. To add into a planned trade where you can have a starter and then you can add as it goes higher, it's completely fine. But this trade is not planned. I got into it by accident. And what I did was I added into that position, which is a very, very huge mistake. Don't ever do that. When you're aware that you're in a wrong trade, cut it, reassess, go back in again, or completely avoid that trade. Because I made that very crucial mistake, that's exactly why I'm having to do a red day recap video. For those of you guys who have not subscribed to the channel but would like to see more live trading videos, recaps, and trading thoughts, please consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and leave a comment below. And also, there's a link down below for a free chat that I have on Discord. Make sure you pop in, say hello, and we share a lot of trading ideas. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and enjoy the trading videos. Alright guys, let's talk about some of the stocks that I traded in today's trading session. As you guys can see, I am down $168 on the day, which is not big. I think the main idea on a red day like this is to make sure, it's a small red day. If it's going to be a red day, then make sure it's, 1 day or maximum 2 day worth of gain. Don't give away a week, 2 weeks worth of gain in one trading session, right? So that's the main idea. Make sure your loss out of control, you minimize them, and that's how you move forward. Because as a trader, you're bound to have a red day, right? You're not gonna have a green days every day. You're not gonna win every day. But when you do have those red days, make sure it's small, manageable, something that you can recoup back in a few days. All right. So some of the stocks that I traded, as you guys can see, I traded APOV once in the morning. I was up about 180 bucks on it, but I traded Apple, and I stayed patient with APOV as well. I mean, I shorted at 8 and covered that 740. Okay. Now, Apple is the one that really got me. I kept going in and out, in and out, in and out. Ended up giving in this one trade $400. So I lost about 500 bucks on Apple. 2 trades. And the reason for that was very simple. As you guys can see here, washed out. I wanted to buy this, but I fat-fingered it. I actually shorted this rather than buying it. So I actually wanted to buy this. My idea was, I want to buy into this dip and I want to add as it goes higher, reclaims view up and go higher. That because SPY was strong, SPY was going higher. I wanted to buy this, but I fat-fingered it and I shorted. Right, and then it popped, and then I actually added into that, cut some there, added into that, and I got out there. So I lost a little bit of money on that, and I kept shorting this as well, and I gave away about 100 bucks. So I think that was the main reason why I was down on Apple. But as you guys can see, I was fighting a trend that was going up, and I kept giving away money. I didn't short any of this part. I mean, this would have been the short area, but I didn't touch any of this part. I fought the front side and I gave away. So I mean, it is what it is. Let's look at APVO. Let's look at APVO. APVO. I was hoping for this to go higher pre-market, but as you guys can see, because of the elections, there's a lot of uncertainty, and it just dropped. Shorted out of the gate. I saw that weakness right there, and I shorted it right there, and I kind of covered a little bit there, and got out there. So pretty much, I got out pretty much at the lows almost. After that, it kept holding all day, and as you guys can see, parabolic, and I didn't touch any of this part because I was done. I think I was done trading in about maybe maximum an hour, and I went away. So I didn't get to trade this part, but this should make a very interesting trade tomorrow. Well, these are the only trades that I took for the day. Thanks for watching, guys. Now enjoy the live video. Alright guys, welcome to the live trading part of my videos again. As you guys can see, I'm looking at APOV. It went up from, you know, that $6 area all the way to $9, $9.40 area pre-market. So I had located shares to short this thing. I'm just waiting for a market open because I'm hoping this thing would push to the 9 area so I can reshort that against that pre-market high area. But if I see weakness, market open, if I see weakness, if it's not pushing, then I would go in. So I just have a starter of 300 shares here. My average is at $8. The plan is if it goes higher to the pre-market high area, I'll be able to add. But the reason why I got it here is because it looks like market I think just opened, but it looks like it doesn't have any strength, you know, volatility to push. The reason why is because the last couple of days, because of the election, there's a lot of uncertainty, and a lot of long traders, you know, like Ross and other people, chat rooms that actually do have influence in this kind of place, they've been losing money, so they're really hesitant, they're downsizing, so that buying power, that push is not there. Unless it traps shorts, it's not there. So just watching this. The area that I'm looking at would be that $7 area, $7.27 area is where I look to take profits in this particular trade. I'm just gonna fast forward here a little bit. It's just dropping around now, it's not dropping. So I'm thinking about, now I'm looking at Apple on the other monitor, and I'm thinking about, going long on Apple because it's really dropping. So I wanted to do a washout long right here. It's dropping. I wanted to buy it using this support level right here, this support level. I wanted to buy it using that, but what did I do? I fat fingered it, and I actually went short rather than long, right? Rather than buying it, I went short, completely the opposite. And I haven't noticed that I'm short yet, even though it's clearly outlined here, and it happened to the best of us. But so this is where I kind of, dug myself a bit of a hole, and I'm still thinking, okay, in my head I'm thinking if the lower it goes, the more I can add, because I want this to go higher. And I was actually, telling my trade partner Aaron, I bought Apple, I wanted to bounce, and I was saying the same thing in the chat rooms as well. But in reality, I actually fat fingered and I'm short, and I'm not noticing this. The main reason why I'm not noticing this is because I have my P&L covered, and I'm not seeing the money, the profits fluctuating. So I don't know what was going on, but that's pretty. Yeah, so I'm short and I'm holding. And the main thing that I was watching, I was looking at was the SPY. SPY was the main influencer here. I was looking at SPY. SPY's going higher. All the big caps are influenced by S&P 500. S&P 500 goes, they go up as well, and generally part of it is because of the elections as well. I think Trump was in the lead, and the market was picking up that, and it was going higher. Fast forward now, I actually added into that, as you guys can see right here, I added another 300 shares. It did go higher on me, but it's dropping down now, and I want to cover. So my risk level would be, if it comes back and breaks the height right here, I would at least downsize. I don't want to hold the 600 shares all the way to the top, right? Because my average is at $109, 600 shares, right? Fast forward here. As you guys can see, I cut down half when it popped over the highs there, and I'm only holding 300 shares now. And I'm thinking if I see weakness here, rejection, I could re-add it back. But if it goes higher, that's fine. I can hold the 300 shares all the way to right to green move the high. I'm still green on the day though, but I'm not taking that green. What you should do is if you're still green on the day and you're in the wrong trade, get out of the trade, keep the green, and reassess and go back in. But obviously I'm not doing that, which is exactly why today's a red day. You don't follow your process. You don't follow. By the way, I took a profit of APOV for $177 profit. So, you know, you don't follow your process, you don't follow the logical path when you're trading, and that's exactly what happened. You would end up having a red day recap. So all these things, I'm not seeing any weaknesses. I mean, this looks like a bit of weakness. I think SPY, after going up, it's having a little bit of pullback. Fast forward here, it did dip to that level, and then it got bought up. Right, so I'm still holding the 300 shares. But I'm thinking, I'm seeing weakness now, because when SPY dips a little bit, as you guys can see, this massive wick down, SPY dips a little bit, Apple is ready to drop. So I added here, you know, just using that as a logical point of view. But my ultimate risk, what I would completely cut everything off if it comes to that 970 area to the pre-market highs. But now what I'm doing is I'm just fighting a wrong trade. So I'm thinking about, okay, if it comes to here, if it gives me that sudden drops, I want to get out of this one, right? So I'm putting, I'm seeing where the resistance levels are, and I'm putting in that cover order for it. Now it's looking weak. SPY's pulling back down, so this is reacting to that. It's dropping a bit. It looks like it's about to come fill me here where I want it. Now you see that was great. That was great. Me taking it off is great, thinking it could go lower, right? But what you should do is when you're in the wrong trade and it's giving you that opportunity to get out, take it, right? That's exactly what you should do. Take it, get out, because you weren't planning on taking this trade at all. So I'm taking half here. I'm out 300. Took out more. I'm completely out for about 200 profit. So I made $29 out of that headache. But mind you, that mental exhaustion that I had to go through. Had I cut it in that first candle when I knew it was short, I would have cut it for like what, 20 bucks loss, and I probably would have re-shorted here and made more money. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet and would like to see more live trading contents like this, please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment below. And there's a link for a free chat room that I have on Discord down below. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.